Speaking of boo-boos.
Speaking of people, falling off their bikes.
What?
Recently, about a couple months ago, actually, we just, for some reason now, heard about this.
Yeah.
The beloved...
It's catching on.
The beloved Nick Jonas had an accident. He had a little boo-boo.
Nick Jonas.
He's still with us. He's the youngest of the Jonas brothers. He fell off of his bike racing his brothers. So he and his brothers, I believe it's Japan because that's where the Olympics are. They're on like the BMX race dirt track.
They're on the Olympic team?
No, I think that they are. For some reason they're there.
They're just for funsies.
Maybe.
Hey guys, can we take a round?
They're like, I mean,
we can stop this, right?
They're like, sure. If you do good enough, you can qualify for the team. Because from the video that I saw, it looks like he was really trying to hustle and actually like do pretty good.
Oh, he's competitive.
I don't know if he's ridden a bike in a while or whatever, but he basically fell, taking a turn too fast, lost balance, and then slammed on the dirt and hurt his rib. He cracked his rib, and an ambulance came onto the track, picked him up. It was a whole deal.
Oh, poor Nicky J.
But the interesting thing is that he was racing his brothers, and it was only his brothers, which I get it. There's like the rivalry thing. The three of them as a trio. It's things that they do. But the interesting thing is, Nick was in the lead and he fell. The other brothers weren't putting as much effort into it. And I know you and I, we're very competitive with our brothers. There's no reason I would just let my brother, especially my younger brother, win.
Oh, I'd spit on his grave.
Especially if it was Nick. I'm like, what a douche. Like, I wouldn't let him win. But they were like taking it slow, letting Nick take the lead. And then when Nick fell, they were like, oh no. And then they stopped. They like slowed down instead of like continuing on the race. Like they knew something was up, even though he didn't really fall that hard. So they didn't know at the time that he like fractured a rib.
You think he was planted?
I think this was a hit job that went wrong. I think that he wasn't supposed to, like, you know what I mean? Like they probably like were letting the air out of his tires or something like that.
Oh, everybody knows you need 30 PSI in your BMX bikes.
Yeah, but then the exchange rate when you travel over to Japan, they're like, what's 30 PSI? That's like 30 million yang PSI. I don't know. So basically, Nick
Jonas brothers.
I think that the two older brothers have been jealous of this kid, their younger brother, for a long time because his career's starting to take off a bit. He's starting to get more limelight than normal.
He's bumping elbows with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Kevin Hart, the Jack Black, and the redheaded girl from Jumanji.
And the redheaded girl from Jumanji.
Which, to be respectful, I should look up her name. She's Amy Pond from Doctor Who.
I don't know what that is, but. Anyway, my theory is that the older brothers were trying to get rid of their younger brother. Were they trying to kill him? No, I think that they were just trying to permanently like paralyze him, make him a quadriplegic.
Karen Gillian.
Okay.
Quadriplegic.
They were trying to break his neck or something like that. I don't know.
You think they might have a Game of Thrones situation where they're just like, listen, he's been getting out of hand. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be the kingdom right now.
Exactly. But the thing is that
it is now Joe Jonas?
Joe Jonas is the oldest.
It is
of
his
the
term.
Jonas brothers.
It is
trio.
my turn.
But then why? Jonas. That doesn't really make sense because Nick Jonas is the youngest one, but he just was the most popular one. Doesn't really matter.
He is cute. so anyway, I get it.
So So that story only recently came into my world recently. So what are your theories?
Cards. Let us know. Do you think that there's the inward rivalry of the Jonas.
N-word rivalry? What? Is that what you're saying? The
inward.
No, just say inner.
The inward.
Just say inner rivalry.
Inward rivalry.
You're not.
It's the Jonas brothers have an inward problem. They have a rivalry between each other.
Can you say N-word and then say inward?
They have an inward problem with it between each other.
I feel like what I'm suspecting that you are saying.
What's the issue here, Sean? I'm trying to tell you that. I'm trying to let you know that I think you might be correct that there might be an inward problem in the Jonas brothers.
Okay, so first of all, they're all. Okay, are you saying that there's a race issue here?
No. Well, no one's bringing up race.
No,
I'm just reiterating what you said.
No, it was a huge race issue because it was on a BMX track. So there's this N-word issue because there was this disagreement when it comes to race between these brothers.
Oh, so it is a race problem.
It is. There was a race issue, and someone ended up getting hurt because of the N-word problem.
The inward problem.
The inward problem.
The inward race problem.
Yes.
That the Jonas Brothers have.
Yeah, and they're not even black. Sorry, I had to say it, but clearly,
listen, the Jonas Brothers, the Jonas Brothers have an issue, and apparently riding bikes is one of them. And listen, get better, Nick.
Disney Channel, watch out! There, we all know Walt Disney was a little racist, and he had some race issues as well.
They had a Jake Paul problem,
not the BMX variety either. No. So anyway, do you think it was an inside job? Do you think it was a
Do you think it was just a job? Do you think it was a mishap that just went awry? Or do you think that just Nick Jonas doesn't know how to ride a bike?
I think that's part of it. I think Nick Jonas, this was a humbling experience, and he just needs to be taken down a peg or two. And sometimes we're constantly reminded with these little suggestions that there is a God out there, and he also fucking hates the Jonas Brothers. So good looking out, JC. Anyway,
and with that,
I think that's all I have to say about that. Next topic.